Today I'm going to discuss with you what energy vampires are, how you can identify them, how you can protect yourself from them, and examples. I will give you real life examples of what they actually do and how they work. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Natasha Williams and I'm a toxic relationship expert and a personal development coach. And if you would like some more information or you'd like to do a call with me, please click the link below and I will do a free session with you just so that you can experience firsthand how the work is actually going to help you. So what is an energy vampire? An energy vampire is, simply put, somebody who takes somebody else's energy. Now, we live in a world that is a Newtonian world of material, physical world where we just believe what we see is what exists. But there's another world, and the other world is the energy world. Now, we all have an aura, we all have an energy field that's around us. So let's say you're standing in the supermarket and somebody comes up really close behind you and you feel them in your space. That is where you can feel somebody is intruding on your space. And we are also energetic beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we pick up on each other's energy. We have electromagnetic energy fields and we pick up on each other's energy. Now, I'm sure you've been in a room sometime where somebody walked in and you could feel that person's presence, even if you haven't even seen them yet. There are people that have got a magnetic radiance about them. For example, the Dalai Lama, people can feel his energy 7 kilometers away. So he's able to project his energy field right out into the world, where other people actually drain your energy. So what they do is they rely on you to feed themselves. So if you have ever been in a room with somebody or you've got a friend or a relationship with somebody who you feel drained with, then you know that they are taking your energy. Now, we are taking and giving energy all the time. We are almost like we have a process of osmosis. The same way your cells transmit water between the cells, we transmit energy between each other. So if you look at the way ants work, they will go in a straight line and then they will have their little feelers out. They'll touch each other with little chemical, I don't even know exactly how they work, but they touch each other with their little antenna and they transmit information and then they pass that along the line. And that is basically what we do. Now, people that are narcissists, they are lacking a connection to source. They're lacking a connection to God. They're lacking a connection to spirit. They've been cut off. And I have discussed that in another video where I share how they take from you in order to survive. But just to briefly explain it, they do not know how to get that energy for themselves. So if you're an empath and you're watching this, it means you're an empath, then you know that anything that you ever need in life, you know that there's a lot of it, and you just set about going on your own way to achieve it. So you're going to go and find out how you can work harder, achieve that degree, get to know that person, and you'll do the work that it takes because you know that there is a spirit that runs through you and you know that you can do it for yourself. A narcissist does not want to do it for themselves. They might want to or they might not want to, but they are not interested in it. They just want to take from others. So they want to shortcut, they want immediate gratification. And so instead of going about it, getting it for themselves, they get it from others. And this is often why they are linked to the dark forces, to dark energy, because dark forces are all about taking the light from somebody else. Dark is not able to get its own light. They need to take it from others. So a narcissist or a toxic person does not know how to feed themselves. They don't know where to get that energy from for themselves, so they take it from others. Now, you as an empath like to give. You freely give, and you are not protecting your own auric space, your own energy field. And so they come into your space and they literally will drain you. Now, it's almost like if I had to take an electrical plug and put it in the wall, and like a vacuum cleaner, they will plug themselves into your energy field and they will start sucking the life out of you. Now, if you've had a relationship with them and you've been intimate with them, that means you've even got more cords of attachment. That means that they've literally plugged little tentacles or little cords into your chakras, into your energy system that are invisible to the material world, but they're very real in the energetic world. And so even if you are half a country away or half the world away, they can still take your energy, because those cords of attachment are still very real and very present. And so if you just think about them, or they're thinking about you, they can tap into those cords and they can suck you dry. Now I'm going to give you an example of one of the guys that I used to date, and your energy vampire may or may not be aware that he's actually doing it, or she. They might do it deliberately and they might just do it unconsciously, but the fact is they are doing it all the time. And this is why it's so hard to leave them, because they are taking from you even when you are away from them. So this guy that I was with, we went out one night and he said to me, I am going to show you how I'm going to take this guy's energy. And at that time I was very naive. I didn't understand what he was talking about, and I thought it was just some party trick that he was showing me. And there was a group of people that were dancing and having a nice time at another table next to us. And within 10 minutes, the guy that was the loudest, having the most fun, laughing the most, was literally slumped over the table. And I couldn't believe it, because you could actually see the life force draining out of him. Now, he might have gone home thinking that maybe he'd had too much to drink, maybe he was just tired, he'd partied enough. He never would have realized that he had let himself open to somebody else to take their energy. And this is a complete stranger. And this is what this guy used to do all the time. That is how he survived. One of my exes, and I had many, as you know, he used to love going to a nightclub. And what he would do there is, the longer he stayed, the more he would drain everybody's energy, because people are out there dancing, they're having fun. There's lots and lots of victims out there that are available to feed off. And so by the end of the night, I would be exhausted because I just wanted to go home. And he was just getting into the swing of things. He was getting more and more energized and just wanting to stay out longer and longer. And, I always used to think there's a difference between the introvert and the extrovert, meaning the introvert needs to recharge by being at home, and the extrovert recharges by being out. So they are getting energy from other people. It's a little bit different to somebody who's deliberately plugging in and sucking you dry. So what you need to do is you need to protect yourself from these people. Even if it's just day to day, if you're a person that works in the health industry, if you're a person that's doing hands-on treatment with people, if you're sharing a lot of information, just the fact that you are interacting with people on a day-to-day basis means that you're going to take those people home with you, and they're going to drain you. So when you understand that we are magnetic and we attract that energy into our space, then you will also understand that you need to let it go. So here are a few things that you can do. The first is you can imagine a golden bubble around your entire aura. So that bubble is above your head, about 6 inches or 30 centimeters, and it's below your feet. So it's an egg shape. And then you set your intention. It's just by visualization or intention only. You don't need to actually physically do anything. Then you imagine that golden bubble only allows positive energy in and negative energy out. Now you might say to me, that's a stupid thing, it's not really going to work. Well, I went away when I was getting divorced with my children to the coast, and I had the most incredible backache. I couldn't sit, I couldn't lie down, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't breathe. And I was having a conversation with my friend, and the fact that my ex was an energy vampire came up. And as soon as I realized what that pain was, and I put that bubble around me, within 10 seconds, that pain disappeared. It literally disappeared. Now, I was 600 kilometers away from him. It's irrelevant where you are. And I realized, because that is my weak spot. That is where he used to tap in or plug into my energy, which is behind my sacral chakra. And that is how he used to drain me. And so it's just to be aware that this is what they do. And wherever you have a weakness in your energy is where they're most likely to target you. So another thing you can do is you can cross your hands. You hold your hands together, or you cross your feet, or you can cross your wrists, and you close the circuit. So if somebody comes into your space that you don't want, you can, by physical action, close the circuit, cross your legs, and that way you close yourself off. You'll often see when people feel uncomfortable in public, even public figures, they will be crossing themselves. They might be buttoning up a button or pretending to fix a tie or something, but what they're actually doing is closing their field. What you can also do is have an Epsom salt bath. So what Epsom salts does is it seals off your aura. It actually drains any negative energy out of your aura and it seals it. And then another thing you can also do or try is just to do close your eyes and just do a small breath meditation. So it's very small. You're just going to close your eyes, and each time you breathe out, you let go of other people that are attached to you. And each time you breathe in, you pull back parts of you that you've left behind with others. And what that does is when you pull that energy back into you, because you will have left parts of you at work, you will have left parts of you at friends, you need to replenish your aura. So there's only space for you. And as you do that, you become more grounded, you become more sure of who you are, and you start to become aware of when your energy starts changing. Who are actually good for you, people that are energetically good for you, and people that are not. Because your body is giving you signals. Your body is telling you where you are being affected energetically. And that is the first step. So it's just to be aware. If you are with an energy vampire, the best thing actually is to get away from them completely on the physical level, because that's the easiest. Now, if you are in a relationship, let's say you're at work and you're in a toxic work environment where you are constantly being drained. If you are in that environment for 8 hours or more, even going home and taking your energy back isn't really going to replenish you in the sense of just getting away from them completely. Because when you're in there, it's almost like being in a pot of soup. You're just going to be part of that pot of soup, and the more you try, you're up against a lot more energy leeches than you are able to replenish for yourself. And over time, you're just going to get more and more drained. Unless you are already an enlightened person and you're able to fend off anybody, even then, you need to have that time for you to replenish. All these enlightened people meditate for hours a day because they need to connect with their source. And if you don't have that time to do it, it means that you are operating in that Newtonian world where people are just able to take from you all the time. I hope this video helps. If you would like to have a call with me, please click on the link below and I will share a process with you so that you can really get to feel how this work is going to change your life. And also leave a comment below. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have an awesome day.